All right, let's get this thing rolling. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Drive Thru podcast. Taron Hampton, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you, Nick?
Good. Appreciate you coming on here. For all of you guys who don't know, Taron went to Lafayette College with me. We were roommates. I was a junior. He was a sophomore. Lots of great times. So real quick, obviously you just graduated from Lafayette. So what's it like now? Do you feel any different now that you're graduated, or does it still kind of feel the same?
I know for me, my world kind of like stopped for a second on graduation day.
Mm-hmm.
Like immediately once I crossed the stage and I got up like back to the party right afterwards, I was sitting there and I was like, wow, like this is that moment right now. Like
Right.
everything I've ever worked for, everything I've stayed late nights up for, was grinding in the gym so I could get a scholarship to go there. Like everything that went into making that moment, like finally I saw that long gratification, like finally kick in. So it was just like, wow, like this is a huge milestone. There's a lot of people who didn't get to this moment, and like it made me just reflect on life in general, because like I've got friends who aren't here with us anymore, unfortunately. So like I just think about like, damn, I do this for the people I wish that could be doing it. So That's why I can't complain too much about whatever I'm going through, because it could always be worse. Right. So it just made me definitely feel more like gratification for life in general.
Okay. I definitely respect that. I think too, being at Lafayette, obviously with football, we weren't the best. And I think a lot of times it was kind of like a struggle going through Lafayette. And, being with the guys and with the team definitely helped. I know a lot of people wanted to transfer, but I think, being able to walk across that stage and seeing it was, all the work you put in. So would you say Lafayette was worth it? Like, I guess not to say regret, but are you happy with your decision to go to Lafayette?
I would definitely do it again. Because I realized like, one, I went there for the education off the strength. Like when I committed there, I told my mom the day I committed, I was like, Mom, like, I love football, but I'm absolutely going to get that Lafayette degree. Because like that John carries weight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to a Patriot League school. I got friends who are already owning businesses. I got friends on Wall Street. Like I got friends living all around the world. One of my homegirls lives in Dubai now, straight out of college. So it's like, you don't get that everywhere whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never want to take back the memories and all the connections I made from Lafayette, because that would be a disservice to the dislikes. But for the most part, absolutely, I would do it again. I mean, I made my mark. I feel like a lot of people got to know Big Ron on the field and off. So.
Okay. See, I definitely respect that. I think that's one of the great things about Lafayette in a small school, just the networking. You can really network, connect with a lot of people. I met tons of different people, and then even the alum really come back and definitely help people out. So I think that is special. And then I know, another way that I know you definitely have been networking also. So you are a Q dog, and I saw you, on graduation across the stage, hit that.
Yes,
I was
sir.
like, okay. So just tell us a little bit about people who don't know what that is, what a Q dog is. What is it? What's it mean? What do you guys stand for?
So, I'm officially a member of Omega Psi Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We were founded on November 17th, 1911, Howard University. Basically, it's a part of the D9. So the D9 is the Divine Nine, and it's 9 historically Black fraternities and sororities. And we were all founded on different campuses and whatnot, but the Bros were the first fraternity founded on a Black campus.
Really?
So yeah, that's who we are. We wear purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're technically known as Q dogs, but like we don't officially claim that. Put that disclaimer out there. There's no technical affiliation, but yeah, for the most part, like I joined it because those were the father figures in my life growing up. And that was absolutely what I wanted to embody in my college experience. Back in high school, my best friend's dad, who's a Q, he was really like the first father figure for me in terms of like trying to go D1 that was there for me. And then I later found out that my trainer in high school was also a Q. So it was like all these people around me that were already pouring so much into me were already in this fraternity. And I just felt like there's no reason I can't do the same thing and embody that and then do it even better. Cause I feel like I'm just keep reaching new goals for everybody. So it's a little bit of why I did it. So.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate you giving us some insight on why you wanted to do it. And that's really important, you know, seeing people, role models in your life who did it kind of made you want to follow in those footsteps. So what's it? So like for someone who doesn't really know a lot about it, can they just join? Do they have to know someone to get in? What's the process like for someone who would want to join?
So if you want to join, you have to have a minimum of a 2.5 GPA, and like some chapters it changes. Like there can be different requirements, but the very minimum is a 2.5. For someone who would want to join, you have to be going to an accredited college. Okay. So you have to be in college. You have to have at least. Really? Yeah, or you can do it after graduation. Okay. But you have to have went through college.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a certain amount of classes you have to have under your belt before you can. I think it's like three full semesters. So yeah, your second semester, spring year, you can join because you have enough credits by then. So that's how it works in terms of like actual requirements. And then it's like for each chapter, it's about knowing somebody within that chapter to like talk to the people who are already in it at that school, or like their citywide chapters. Like technically Lafayette is under a citywide grad chapter, but we're also undergrads. So it's like a unique mix. It's never just same for anybody, but it's about just talking to the people in the chapter of where you're attending. Or like, since I live in Jersey now, I could talk to the Willingboro citywide chapter and find out how to go through and change from like Lafayette's chapter to the one over here. Okay. And then for someone new, you would just talk to that chapter and be like, I'm interested, da 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 da.
Okay. See, I never knew that. It makes sense that you have to be in college. I just never really thought about that you actually have to be in college in order to go through with it, which is, I mean, interesting to me because college students are very busy. And obviously we played football. So I couldn't even, I mean, I remember when you did it and YT all did it that was during like 6 a.m. I'm pretty sure. So what's the schedule like? I mean, when you decide to join, what's next? Like, where do you go? Is there like a set schedule? I know some stuff you guys probably can't tell us, but what's that schedule like?
There's really nothing to it more than just like educational meetings. It's more of just then building a bond with like the brothers already within the chapter, because of course we're supposed to be frat brothers. We want to know about each other. So it's all just like educational meetings. And then there's like official, mandatory entry meetings, but they're like with the actual district representatives, like they're with the bigger names within the organization. So like you can officially do like the accredited classes, like there's classes you have to take, is all this different stuff, because it's a lot of knowledge and information. So that's really all it is a bunch of studying and understanding all that stuff.
Okay. And then do they give you guys like roles within the group? Like I think I can't remember. I feel like I've heard like you have like a nickname or different roles as you go through the process. Is that true?
Oh yeah, there's different, like we all get nicknames, yeah. But it's mainly based off of just like our characters. Like so like I'm a big guy and I had a lot of hair. So I'm a lumberjack. Like I'm just a lumberjack. So it's all different like reasons. Like Charles, my LB, can sing very well, so he was David Ruffin. So like there's all different reasonings behind the name.
That is pretty interesting. I think that's one of the, not the coolest part, but I think that's pretty cool how you guys have like a nickname and it kind of correlates with yourself and different things like that. So the dance, how did it take you a while to learn it? I mean, is it something that you kind of, before you get there, you kind of make sure you know what you're doing so you're not completely out of place?
Yeah, so one, we call it hopping.
Hopping.
We hop and we set out marches. So that's the two different things. Because like some people be like, oh, let me see your stroll. And I'm like, we don't stroll. It's a hop.
I've heard stroll, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a stroll. So, but the hops, like, yeah, we practice for a minute. You just start with the very basics, you know, literally one step, two step, like the basics of this rhythm, and then it just builds up. And then some people get it more naturally than others. You know, I'm from Jersey, so I was used to club dancing. So like my body is pretty good with like those kind of movements anyway. So I was able to pick up on a lot of stuff quicker than like some people.
Is there anyone that like really can't get the dance down, and it's like, is it like, all right, man, you got to step to the back, or is it like, you got to figure this out, or like, how do they do with that? Because I know a few people in there, it's like,
can you really move like that?
Right, ain't got no rhythm.
No, we find ways to get around it. I'm not gonna lie. I had one of my boys, he was struggling, and we got him right though. It was cool.
Now, we talked about the networking with Lafayette and kind of the connections you made. Compare that to your fraternity. Obviously meeting tons of different people, and obviously meeting young Black men, older Black men in, you know, good positions, have done well with life. How has that affected you, and how would you compare that to Lafayette's network?
I would definitely say it absolutely just changed my Lafayette experience in general, because, you know, Lafayette is that smaller school. Let's be honest, the population isn't that diversified, despite what people want to say. Being only to pull up to one spot on campus and feel actually welcomed was not the move. So being able to then go through my fraternity and visit other campuses like freely, and know that I have a place to stay, I have a place to eat, like I have friends wherever I go now, was a blessing. And then like recently this summer, I've been doing a lot of traveling. So while traveling, it's like, all right, oh, I see somebody, let me go introduce myself to them. And then it's like, boom, what's good? Like, anything you need help with, it's an immediate, like, I have your back. So it's like, it was one thing at Lafayette to have all those connections, but with the bros, we're literally worldwide. And like, I know for a fact, no matter where I'm at, I have like a friend nearby. So it's just that instant, like, wow, I know I have people with me and people for me in my corner, that like, I'm big on family. And so it's like, now I've got all these new brothers that I treat like family. So that's where it definitely helps and changed it.
Yeah, that's great. I love that, because it kind of reminds me of like, because at first I wonder why people join fraternities, and then I was like, okay, it's kind of like a football team. You know, you have all these guys on your football team, you guys all have that bond together, and then it's like when you meet someone who is a football player, you guys automatically kind of have that bond, even though you didn't play at the same team. So it's kind of like that. If you can go to California and meet someone, and it's like, oh, we're both in the same frat, and you guys can kind of have that bond. I think that's great. And then what would you say makes yours unique? I mean, I don't know much about many of them, but what would you say makes you guys unique? If someone was like, I'm thinking about, you know, I'm gonna do this, why should they do it?
I would just say that I feel like every single fraternity and sorority is unique in their own ways. And I feel like what makes the fraternity unique to you is because it's you who comes in and changes it. It's never set to just one thing. There's ways to be an individual and show your individuality through the group, through the culture. So like, it's always evolving. And some people say like, oh, you should always just stick to traditions, but we absolutely understand like the evolving nature of like the world today. Like, everybody knows we blew up on TikTok because somebody wanted to make a sound of meat to meat, and it went viral, and now I can't go anywhere without somebody saying it to me, and I'm losing my mind over it. Like, it's just a wild scenario, but like, in terms of what makes us unique is that you just get to be you, and now you have new brothers. So it's like, no matter again, where you're at, who you're around, you always know you have someone near you.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter where they're from, what they look like. You know what I'm saying? It's all different ethnicities and different backgrounds. So that's what I just think is very diversified, and that's probably the dopest part.
Okay. Appreciate you elaborate on that. I think a lot of people aren't really aware of all that, what's going on with it. So I appreciate you bringing that to light. Now, with all these connections and networking, I know you're a busy man, just graduated. What's next? What's going on in your life now?
So in 2 weeks, I move over to Philly, and I'll be working at St. Joe's Prep. It's right in Philadelphia, is where I went to high school.
Okay.
So I get to go for a year, and it's a service program. It's the Alumni Service Corps program. And what happens is they bring 5 of us back from our graduating year, and we get to work over at the school in different subjects, in different fields. And then we get like free housing, and then we get a stipend on top of that. So I'll be working there for a year.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. And you said that's we went to high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how long is it? Is it like a set time for the program, did you say, or is it?
Yeah, we move in on the 14th of August, and then I think we finish up like late July next year.
And what made you want to do this, or how'd you find it? Just because you went to school there, you've been hearing about it?
Yeah, when you go to school there, you're automatically like eligible to sign up for it. So the second you graduate, you already get like a little thing like, hey, in 4 years when you graduate college, you have this opportunity if you want to take it. And like at first I didn't know what I wanted to do with my extra years of football, because I still technically have 2 years. Like technically I'm wasting one with this gap year, but I can still go back next year and play my final season somewhere. So I just don't know what I wanted to do with that yet. So I really decided to say, hey, I can go give back to the place that helped me become the man I am today and help molded me. And I can give back to those kids and be a positive impact in their life the same way that I had those positive influences. So for that 1 year, why not? So I'm working with the freshman football team. I'm working in the Black and Latino Culture Club, and I'm working in admissions. So for that, it's like, I'm absolutely blessed to be in a position where I can have my hand in so many different areas and make an impact.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's, definitely giving back, doing things with the younger kids, especially with football, like going to see the freshman kids, like, man, y'all so young, y'all don't even know. You think this is something that you'd want to do like long-term, like continue to give back, maybe not as like a full-time job, but something that you'll always try and be involved with, giving back and, being in the community?
Yeah, no doubt. I was always big on community programs. Because growing up, I had a summer community program that helped me like stay out of trouble growing up, and I gained a lot of friends through that. So like, for me, it's deeper than just like, to say I'm doing the good. It's like I've seen the impact that has on people's lives. So I would always want to try to get back somehow, no matter what my actual next career takes me down. I always want to end up doing something to give back, but especially the kids near Philly and whatnot, because I just know how tough it is out here right now. So trying to build the future to a brighter end.
Yeah, I mean, somebody has to do it. And I think, for us, these moments, sometimes they definitely mean a lot to us. But I mean, everyone can remember being in high school or middle school, whatever age you were, even younger than that, and there was an older person who came in and talked to you, or an older person that came in and just was like working there for just the summer, or maybe you're just a week, and they had an impact on your whole life. And I know for me, I have a couple examples of that. I don't know, do you have a couple people like that you remember maybe from high school or middle school, that someone had an impact on your life?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's actually one of my final projects in college was, you have to look back at your high school teachers and think of someone who currently impacts your life today. And I had a teacher who made me take a public speaking class, and I was freaking out. I was like, there's no way, like, I'm good. I don't need no help. Like, I just talk the way I talk.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing about it was that he led me to building up the courage to go out and be in theater my senior year. And I joined the school's play, got a main role, and then like hit 8 sold out shows. Like it was jumping.
Wow.
So like I was able to do theater because he instilled the idea of just being different, and that idea of being different and willing to go against the wave of the crowd. It helped me in a lot of different places after I left that high school.
Yeah.
It helped me at Lafayette, understanding like my position as a Black man on that campus, like just understanding like the idea of the waves of doing certain things when I'm back at home with certain people. Like I understand like I don't necessarily always have to do the things that are expected out of me, because I'm an individual who can do different than what other people's stereotypes want me to be. Or like, I don't fit the mold of just one type. So like, I'm a member of Omega Psi Psi, but everybody also knows I'm also Taron. Everyone also knows Big Ron. Everybody also knows the D1 football player, or everybody knows the political science kid. Like, I was a nerd growing up. So like, everybody still knows there's different sides of me. So political, it's all these different things. Oh yeah.
Is that something you still kind of look into that? You still follow that stuff a little bit?
Yeah, I do, because I want to be a forensic psychologist or criminologist for Homeland Security or the FBI.
I remember you told me that like your freshman year.
Yeah.
What is
bro.
talking about?
And I'm not changing it. I'm telling you, I'm on a path. I'm on a path to greatness. Wow. They can't stop this Black excellence.
Really quick, what would that job look like exactly for some people? Because I mean, I think I know what it is, but maybe I don't.
So like, one of the ways is that I explain it is like when they came out with the Ted Bundy files, and there was somebody who like sat in a room for like 15 hours a day and talked to Ted Bundy himself to be like, what's up with you? That's part of the job.
That would be cool.
That like you would talk to the people and try to understand like what happened here. Or like I was big on crime shows growing up. And like one of my current ones right now is Lucifer. It's just Lucifer's pretty solid. So like pulling up to the scene and trying to just understand everything that goes on. Like there's a character, she pulls up to the scene, gets all the DNA samples, like tries to place the actual scene, say what happened. Forensic psychologist.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really dope.
That stuff is pretty cool. I always wondered like what job that was. I think it'd be cool talking to them, trying to understand like what's going on with them. And then definitely with crime shows. My mom was big on NCIS. Like that was on every single day. But man, that's cool. I'm telling you, obviously you already know you got a bright future. You're involved in a lot of things. You're already giving back. So to wrap it up here, I know recently you went to Alaska. What's up with that? Like, why'd you want to go to Alaska? What's in Alaska?
bro, be honest with me. How many people you know can say they went to Alaska?
Yeah, I don't know one person. I know two. I guess you. My mom went. That's it. You know.
See?
Yeah.
How many people can say? That was my thing. I was
there, right.
I was like, it's an experience. I think in our modern world today, like we always just want to do the expensive things at home or like where we feel comfortable. Like people are afraid of being uncomfortable in today's society, I think a lot of times. And like, that was a moment where I was like, oh, I've never been up here and it's going to make me feel uncomfortable. Like I'm not going to know where I'm at, who I'm with. Like, I'm just going to be out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. Like a lot of people, when I told them I went up there, they were like, so you were in igloos? And I'm like, bro, I'd have thought the same growing up. But like going out there, you realize it's so different. Like I got this when I went this summer, I was able to swim with a whale. Like sea lions were up there, eagles, bears, like just a bunch of nature and good vibes that I wouldn't get back in the city.
Wow. So
like it was such a switch up that was like life changing in terms of like, wow, I'm going to remember these experiences for the rest of my life.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's something that I would like to go to Alaska because I love the nature. I love being outside. It kind of puts life in perspective as well. Kind of realize how small we are, you know, compared to the universe and just these, you know, animals and the trees and the huge bodies of water and things like that.
Glaciers.
Exactly. Is there something that's like the one or two things that's completely different that they do in Alaska? Whether it's like with the driving or just the way they have like stores, way of life.
I will tell you,
slower. Go ahead.
They do not have a mall in Juneau, Alaska.
Really?
Like they don't have a mall.
Where they shop at?
I mean, they got like
all little town shops.
They got like a strip of stores, but it's not a
Mm-hmm.
mall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
so like that, the weather and like climate itself is wild because they're in a rainforest, but in Alaska, and they get 20 hours of sunlight in the
That's
summer.
what I was gonna ask you next about that sunlight. It was light
Yeah.
all day when you were there.
Yes, all day. I'm walking out of the club at like 1:30 in the morning. Sun's already rising. Wild.
How do they set something? How do you sleep? You gotta like cover all your windows.
They got the heavy duty blinds, like the hotel joints. Yeah, they got the nice jammies.
Wow, that is interesting. And then what about the air quality? I know some people say when they go places they're kind of like out farther, they swear they can breathe better. Did you?
No, it's without a doubt. It's without a doubt.
You really know? Okay.
No, like I came home, I got off the plane in Philly, and my lungs were like, whoa, because I was out there for like 2 weeks.
They're like, what's going on, Taron?
Like, and the other, exactly. And then the other thing is like another thing that I thought was wild when I went out there is that they don't filter their water. Like their water is run off of a aqueduct, like natural clean
water. You probably drink that and you're really like, whew.
It's glacier water.
Wow.
Like that was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
I was like, this is different.
Yeah. See, wow. I never even thought about that. Just the water, a lot of that stuff. The food, probably get some more natural stuff, but definitely the water.
The crabs up there going crazy.
You said the what?
The crab legs up there, crazy.
Yeah.
Like the deadliest catch comes into town to give them their crabs. That's elite.
Alaska, man. I would definitely have to. So you went to Juneau, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said, did you see any like? I think you said you saw bears. You see bears and like elk or moose.
For me,
I'm trying to think. Caribou, deer? No.
I saw a marmot or marmot or something like that. It's like their version of a gopher. I saw the eagles, the bears, whales, sea lions. I'm trying to think of what else I saw. They don't really have anything that could kill you in terms of like spiders or snakes or nothing like that.
Just bears, like no big deal.
No, but I mean the thing is though, you're gonna see a bear coming from a grip away.
That's true. Unless
bears are huge.
They're huge. They're
like you're gonna see that coming. Like when I'm home, I gotta worry about the little spider in the corner of the wall that might kill me because it's poisonous. I don't know. Like out there, they don't have that issue. So I mean, that was kind of cool. But yeah, like just to see all of the nature interact is crazy.
Yeah, definitely, man, dude. That's exciting. Definitely, you got a lot of things going on. I definitely gotta get out to Alaska. I want to go out to Alaska. I want to go like whale sighting. What they go with the whales, you know, you can see the whales. And
stuff like that. There's a cruise that takes you up there too.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. Okay. Definitely got.
Listen, I know a lot right now because my mom's a travel agent. So that's how. Yeah, that's how. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I've been getting around the world, bro.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's call her. I need to plan a trip soon here. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So we are gonna wrap it up right here with a quick game. Listeners, I did not tell Taron about this. I was going to, and I was like, well, he'll be all right. He'll know what to do. All right. So here's the game. You're gonna be picking different artists, musical artists. So and try and keep it short. Like just say your thing and maybe a quick why, whatever. Okay. So the first one, you are a producer or whatever. You need to make a sad song. Your girl just broke your heart. You're down bad. 2 people, who's making the song for you?
Any artist?
Any artist. You just need 2. Right. 2 to come together for a collab. That's gonna be like a nice R&B vibe.
I gotta put Drizzy on there.
Okay, Drake.
Yeah, because nobody gets you through a heartbreak like Drizzy. Bro, and The Weeknd, bro.
Drake and The Weeknd. Okay.
Drake and The Weeknd. They can get me right with that.
They can get you through it. Okay. Next. Just one You guys, just one state, you're going crazy. Now you need someone to make a song about you, like a hype song. It's gonna be like about you though, not just kind of general. It's gonna be like tailored for you. You need three artists to come together for a banger. Who's it gonna be?
All right. For the bangers right now, I'm putting Lil Baby, Meek. I want to change it up and hit him with somebody different. Who we thinking of? Oh, I gotta put Wayne on the track.
Wayne. Okay.
I gotta put Wayne on the track.
Okay. I can definitely respect that. I can
put Baby Meek and Wayne on the track. Yeah.
Meek and Wayne on the track. Okay. And then
couple different flows, yeah.
Okay. Last one. Not really a question of a game or anything, but other than Drake, who's the hottest out right now in the music game?
It's Lil Baby.
That's what I think too. I guess
Lil Baby's going too crazy.
Lil Baby really is going crazy.
He got the city on lock right now. Him and Dirk, them two, that album was tough.
Who went harder on the album?
It hurts to say, but Lil Baby did.
You think?
I think so, but I also feel like it accustomed to Baby style more.
Yeah, I see that.
Cause Dirk can rap up with Baby. Baby could have never got on a singing joint like Dirk do.
That's true.
I can't imagine Baby on India Part 2. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
He ain't like that. Interesting.
So versatile wise is Dirk, but no, Lil Baby got it right now.
Okay. Cool. Well, great. Hey everybody, that is it for this episode. Taron, appreciate you coming on. Any last words for everybody?
Man, I got it tatted on me. I say Age Corages. It means do well in whatever you do. It's Latin, so you know what I'm saying? You could tell somebody you learned Latin today when you watch this episode.
There you go, everybody. The Drive Through Podcast. Thanks for coming. You just learned some Latin. Where else are you going to get that from? Thanks, everybody, for stopping by.